Hello everyone, I know it's been a long time since you guys have seen me, and today I'm doing something completely different. I'm starting this video without makeup. I realize this might be too up close and personal for some people's taste, but I just wanted to give you a realistic look at my scarring, my redness, and my skin has cleared up so much since last year. I thought it's only fair that you see my skin for what it is and not any airbrushed or Photoshop pictures that you might see. Now that you all know that I am indeed wearing a shirt, I'm going to lean in so that I can show you how I apply my powder foundation. It's actually this mineral powder here by the brand Youngblood. I ordered another shade because the one I ordered, Tawny, is actually just a smidge too dark. This works way better for me than any other mineral powder that I've tried. I just dust out a little bit onto the lid. The first time I used too much and I turned myself into an Oompa Loompa. The coverage on this is pretty darn amazing. I always layer my skincare first, but this just looks so natural, not overdone. I don't even wear concealer under it. I'm trying to give you views of it close up and farther back. It doesn't sit in my pores. It doesn't accentuate them, especially because I do have pore issues around here. This is just a fabulous powder product. Now I use the Laura Mercier finishing brush to apply this. I also really like the MAC 187S. They went all synthetic, which is love or hate for some, but I actually find that this synthetic version sheds a lot less. So with this, on days that, oops, I didn't wear concealer, but I still want a little bit of extra coverage, I've been using my Dior Capture Total Compact Foundation. There is the reflection of my couch so you can read the text. Just on points where I get really oily and where I need extra coverage in the middle of the face. Also to balance out the slightly darker color of Tawny. Now I have this by Terry palette. This is the Sun Designer palette in Happy Sun. I love this particular packaging. It's nice and thin. It doesn't feel cheap. It has a fun decoration so I can spot it easily in my bag. This is something that I use every day. For a while I was using this all over as a bronzer, but I definitely prefer Laura Mercier bronzer. I still use this with a super soft paddle brush. This is the matte side. I just go around my hairline to make my forehead look smaller, especially when I've got my hair up like this. Now, I just love By Terry products in general, especially her powders, because they're so finely milled. They look amazing on the skin. I actually use a lot of these separately as eyeshadows and as highlighters. So I'm going to take this one, pop it right along the inner corner of my eyes. This copper color right here is actually my favorite to pop in the lower lash line. Alrighty, now for brows, I'm still absolutely loving this Hourglass Arch Pencil. It's definitely the best out of the ones that I use. Even though it's not necessarily the most long lasting, I find that I get the best results with this one. And I probably will start experimenting with powders again now that my brows have grown out so much. If you've seen my eyebrow tutorials in the past, you guys know that I'm pretty consistent. I like to start at the bottom towards the back. I define the shape first. I really try not to do the whole sculpting of the brows with concealer and brow highlighter and all of that, mostly because I'm lazy. I think the thing that I've missed the most about being on YouTube is that I felt that tutorials were so simple. You know, I would just show you guys doing what I do best, and now I feel like everything is such a production. I think I was just really intimidated by all the production values, you know, all these girls with like amazing husbands or boyfriends or teams, and I'm just a one-woman show, you know. At the end of the day, I'm still glad you guys tune in and watch me. I am making a career transition though, so if you guys have any friends or if you guys are getting married and you'd like engagement shoots or weddings, I will actually be transitioning to full-time work in artistry. If you are also looking for makeup lessons, I will be offering private makeup lessons as well. I went ahead and finished my my other eyebrow, and now I look like a real person. Now for the best everyday lip that has ever happened to me. This NARS lip gloss was actually a gift from my friend Sabrina over at the Beauty Lookbook. If you guys haven't checked out her blog, I will link it down below because you guys absolutely need to check out her stuff. This NARS lip gloss is different because it has a very whipped texture that dries down semi-matte, but it's not mattifying or drying at all. It works perfectly for my dry lips. I love the applicator. It's very flat and flexible, which is perfect for me because I don't like full coverage. I don't wear lip liner with this. I just smooth it on towards the middle of my lips at the edges, as usual. I know you guys must be tired of seeing me put on lip product like this, but it's the only way I really like wearing it. This is almost a perfect exact match to my lip color. It's just slightly more peachy instead of pinkish. This is honestly so pretty. Okay, now I have received a million questions about these contacts. They are by Salatica, and I only wear the natural colors because they give you the limbal ring. I'll link them down below in the description box for you, the exact color that I am wearing today. So I showed you guys Swing in action. This is my everyday color. Now when I want to go a little bit more pink, it's very rare that I do a pink. I still haven't tried the other colors that she sent me, but these are the two that popped to my eye. This one is called Rose Land. I find Swing is perfect in every occasion. I can definitely see myself repurchasing Swing just because I love the moussey texture. It's a super lightweight lip gloss, very modern interpretation of it. It's not the longest lasting, it's not the most moisturizing. However, I think it is a great fit for my personal needs every day. Alrighty, since you guys have seen most of my everyday face, yes, this is all I really do, but this is my Chantecaille Longest Lash Mascara. It works extremely well. It lengthens the lashes. You don't need to use Latisse or any of those other lash builders or lengtheners if you use this. It's kind of on the softer side for a mascara, but I actually think that's better for removal because then I don't lose quite so many. Also, despite how much I love Tom Ford's liquid liner and other liquid liners, I still, for some reason, always come back to using Michelle's M Cosmetics, the felt tip. I like to start a little farther away from the inner corner. I try not to get too close to the inner corner anymore, just because I feel like my eyes tend to get a lot weepier there. Then I switch the pen direction, and then I use the pointed tip right where I want my liner to start the wing. It's really not that hard if you have a steady hand. It just takes time and patience, and it also depends on how much of a perfectionist you are. Obviously, good product helps, but it just comes down to you and how much you want it. Pull out as slowly or as fast as you'd like. It really just depends on how much ink is in the pen. This one needs to be replaced soon, so I'm just gonna go little by little. And this is definitely a lot harder to do on camera. I love how the Kevyn Aucoin eyelash curler matches my polka dots today. And this mascara does smell like roses a bit, so if you're sensitive, I would definitely check it out at the counter before you purchase it. So as you can see, it's not wow impact, but it does make a really big difference in terms of completing and polishing my makeup without giving me spidery lashes. I wanted to show you what it looks like on my lower lash line as well, just to show you the full impact. Done up by Bare Eye, done up by. As far as affordable false lashes goes, Eyelure is still my favorite. This is a better version of the Wispies in my opinion because there are no knots on the band. And even though I don't wear velour lashes as often anymore just because they're so heavy and hard on my eyes, I still absolutely adore their lash glue, which you can get at Sephora. Here is without false lashes and here is with the Eyelure false lash. And it really does make a huge difference. I find that this is more my style nowadays, but when I go out or if I'm filming a video or if I want to take pictures, then I do wear the false lashes. I personally am relieved to say that I much prefer this look during the day. It's just funny because when I was younger, like 21, 22, I probably never would have said that I like this look at all. In fact, I might have hated it. I probably wouldn't even come on camera wearing just mascara, but it's just funny how life and time changes your perspective, right?